Hey everyone, Miss Shirta is here. So previously you studied about preparatory it as subject, right? So this time you're going to study about preparatory it as object. So later you can open your student book, page 45 and 102, and your workbook, page 40. Now take a look at the background of the use of preparatory it as object. See this example. That herbal medicine is not part of the treatment plan, many doctors make clear. Doesn't this sentence look weird and unnatural? Yes, it does. So take a look at here. That herbal medicine is the object of the sentence. So we shouldn't put that object there. That's why we need to change its position, and we need the help of preparatory it so we can make this sentence into a proper sentence. How do we change it? So it becomes, many doctors make it clear that herbal medicine is not part of the treatment plan. So make it clear that herbal medicine, the use of preparatory it there stands for the object, that herbal medicine. If you compare both sentences, which one do you think is better? The second one, huh? Yeah, because we use the help of preparatory it to make the sentence looks natural and better than the first one. Now, let's see the function and also the formula of this preparatory it as object. Okay, so why do we need to use preparatory it as object? We use it to introduce an object that comes in the form of an infinitive or clause. So if we see this example again, the object starts with that clause, that herbal medicine. So the object starts with that clause. We don't use noun, so that's why the use of preparatory it is essential. And the formula that we can use is right here. First of all, you need to use subject and then followed by main verb. After that, followed by preparatory it and then adjective or noun. And lastly, you need to put the infinitive or the clause. So I'll give you another example. To follow his speech, I found hard. Isn't it weird? Yeah, this sentence looks weird and unnatural because the object here, which use infinitive, is located there. And this is actually forbidden to be written. Alright, so let's change the sentence into a better form by using preparatory it, and the sentence turns into, I found it hard to follow his speech. So take a look. I is the subject, found is the main verb, and then we put preparatory it there and adjective hard, and lastly we put infinitive to follow his speech. So it there stands for the object to follow his speech. Cautions. So you may use preparatory it as object. However, we cannot use a negative before the adjective if you want to use preparatory it. So take a look at this sentence. He thought it not strange to get up at 5 o'clock every day. So if you can see, after preparatory it, there is a negative not. And it is not allowed. So we need to change that sentence into, he didn't think it's strange to get up at 5 o'clock every day. So instead of using not after preparatory it, we need to use the negative part after the subject. So change the main verb into negative. From thought, positive, we change it into didn't think, and then followed by preparatory it, and we use the adjective strange. Next, we cannot use preparatory it if the main verb is not followed by an adjective or adjective plus noun either. For example, she likes it to see everyone having a good time. So, if you can see here, after it, this sentence is not followed by adjective or adjective noun. It's followed by infinitive. So, this isn't allowed. That's why we need to change this sentence like this. She likes to see everyone having a good time. So, if you don't see any adjective or adjective plus noun, you don't need to use preparatory it. Alright, now open your student book, page 45. Have you opened your student book, page 45? So the first thing you have to do is to read this text. It's about herbal medicine. And after reading that text, you need to do the second part. You have to read the learn in this box. Actually, I've mentioned this previously, so I've got those examples from this part, everyone. And read the text again. And you have to find the sentences in the text using preparatory it as the object. Okay, so I'll give you one example. We have to find a sentence that use preparatory it as object. Wait a minute, let me take a look at the first paragraph. Okay, so let's read the first paragraph. A trip to the doctor's surgery can be frustrating for people who believe that herbal medicine can cure a variety of illnesses. Many doctors make it clear that herbal medicine is not part of their treatment plan. So there, I found one example of preparatory it as object. Okay, so we need to underline this one. Many doctors, oh sorry, I can't make a line properly. So let's move on. Make it clear that herbal medicine is not part of their treatment plan. Alright, so that's the first example. Can we find another example of preparatory it as object? Let's read again. Some of these doctors admit that they didn't always feel this way, and they remember that grandparents using plants as medicine. However, these doctors find it problematic to accept these natural remedies after years in medical schools. So, did you find the example of preparatory it as object? Yep, this one, guys. So these doctors find it problematic to accept these natural remedies after years in medical school. Okay, so we have found two examples of preparatory it as object on the first paragraph. Now it's time for you to find, let me see. Two other examples of preparatory it as object on the second paragraph. Okay, so please underline the preparatory it as object that you can find. After discovering two examples of preparatory it as object on the text, please move on to exploit part. Okay, here we have the first part in which you have to find sentences that need it. So add it where necessary in these sentences. Alright, so let's just discuss about this together, okay? Because you still have to do your workbook, right? So let's do it together. Take a look at number 1 and let's read the sentence together. Many people have made clear that they are unhappy with their medical care. So, do you think that it is necessary for us to put it on the sentence? I'll give you 5 seconds to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you think? Shall we add it or not? Let's try to add it. Many people have made it clear that they are unhappy with their medical care. So which one do you think is better? The first one or the second one? The second one indeed. So that's why we need to put it right here after the main verb made and before the adjective clear. Okay? Next, number 2. Some people forget that their first visit to a new doctor was a little frightening. Is it necessary to put it on this sentence? Let's try to put it there. Some people forget it that their first visit to a new doctor was a little frightening. What do you think, guys? Which one sounds natural and better? The first one or the second one? Yep, the first one. So you don't need to put it after the main verb forget. Alright, so let's give this a tick then. Okay, alright, move on to number 3. A lot of medical students find difficult to believe that alternative medicines can work in some cases. What do you think about this sentence? Shall we add it after the main verb find? Let's try to read it if we add it, okay? A lot of medical students find it difficult to believe that alternative medicines can work in some cases. Which one sounds better? The first one or the second one? Yep, the second one. So, please put it after main verb find and before adjective difficult. Alright. Now take a look at number 4. Most doctors expect that traditional medicine will work better than herbal medicine. Is it necessary to put it after the main verb expect? Let's read it again. Most doctors expect it that traditional medicine will work better than herbal medicine. Which one sounds natural? The first one or the second one? Yep, the first one. So, it isn't necessary to put it after the main verb expect. So, let's give this sentence a tick. Alright, now take a look at number 5. Some parents find worrying to send their children to school when they are ill. Let's try to add it after the main verb find here. Will it sound natural and better than the first one? Okay, some parents find it worrying to send their children to school when they are ill. Which one sounds better? The first one or the second one? Yep, the second one. So, we need to put it after main verb find and after this adjective, worrying. Okay, next. This will be the last one from the first part, of course. Many teachers accept that they can become ill from the infections that their students bring into class. Is it necessary to put add on this sentence? Let's try to add it, okay? Many teachers accept it that they can become ill from the infections that their students bring into class. Which one sounds natural, the first one or the second one? the first one. Okay, so you don't need to add it after the main verb except here. Okay, so let's give it a dig. Alright, now move on to the second part. Now let's read the instructions for the second part. You have to complete the sentences 1 till 6 with the verbs from the box. Decide if the object clause requires it or that. For example, number 1. Doctors find it difficult to believe that their patients are knowledgeable about herbal medicines. So, as I mentioned before, it is necessary to put it after the main verb find and also after the adjective difficult. Alright, so now take a look at number 2. Let's read the sentence. Older people blank blank blank, their diets were poor and lacking in nutrition when they were young. So, which verb shall we use? Admit, believe, make, recall, or think. The clue is when they were young. So, they recall. The older people recall their diets. So, shall we use it or that? Let's try to put it after the main verb recall then. Older people recall it. Their diets were poor and lacking in nutrition when they were young. Now, let's try to put that on the sentence. Older people recall that their diets were poor and lacking in nutrition when they were young. Which one sounds better? The one that used it or the one that used that? I'll give you 5 seconds to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one that sounds natural and better is when we use that. Yeah, so older people recall that their diets were poor and lacking in nutrition when they were young. So, let me get my pencil. So here, you need to use recall as the main verb and you need to use that. Okay? Alright. So now, take a look at number 3. Many experts blank 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 clear that most people do not know how to look after their health properly. So, shall we use admit, believe, make, or think? If you see this adjective, clear, we shall use yes, make. Okay, so now, shall we use make it clear or make that clear? Let's try to read the sentence if we put it, okay? Many experts make it clear that most people do not know how to look after their health properly. Then, let's try to use that. Many experts make that clear that most people do not know how to look after their health properly. Which one sounds natural and better? Using it or use that? Yup, when we use it, this sentence will sound a lot more natural. So, let me get my pencil again. Okay, so the main verb that you should use is make and, wait a minute, scroll, and you need to use it after the main verb. Alright, now take a look at number 4. Many scientists, blank blank blank, some alternative medicines have proven benefits. So, what main verb shall we use for this sentence? Admit, believe, or think? The main verb is admit. Yeah, so let's put admit as the main verb here. And shall we use it or that? Let's read the sentence by using it. Many scientists admitted some alternative medicines have proven benefits. Now let's try to use that. Many scientists admit that some alternative medicines have proven benefits. Which one sounds natural? The one with it or the one with that? The sentence that sounds natural is the one that uses that. So, many scientists admit that some alternative medicines have proven benefits. Okay, so after admit, you can put that here. Okay, now take a look at number 5. Let's read it together. Many people in China, blank blank blank, acupuncture can be an effective treatment. So, you just have to choose between believe and think. So, which one shall we use? We shall use many people in China believe. Yeah, so write down believe here as the main verb. After that, shall we use it or that? Okay, so let's read the sentence and let's use it. Many people in China believe acupuncture can be an effective treatment. Now let's use that. Many people in China believe that acupuncture can be an effective treatment. Which one sounds better and natural? The one with it or the one with that? The one that sounds better is believe that. Yeah, so you need to use that here. Okay. Oh my god, sorry. So the last one for part 2, number 6. Some doctors, okay, the main verb is think. Some doctors think blank 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 a waste of time to study alternative remedies such as aromatherapy. So, shall we use, let me get my pencil first. Shall we use some doctors think that a waste of time to study alternative remedies such as aromatherapy, or shall we use some doctors believe it a waste of time to study alternative remedies such as aromatherapy? Which one sounds better? The first one or the second one? The one that use it or the one that use that? The one that sounds better is some doctors think it a waste. Wait. I can't see the it. Okay, it here. Here. It a waste of time to study alternative remedies such as aromatherapy. Right. So that's for the second part. Now, please open your workbook, guys. Page 40. Okay? Alright, so have you opened your workbook? Page 40. So let's take a look at the first part. On the first part, you need to decide which sentence in each pair is correct. Okay, so only choose one answer among those two options between A and B. So I'll give you one example. Number 1. A. We felt that obvious that he was not interested. So B. We felt it obvious that he was not interested. Which one sounds natural and which one is the correct sentence? The one with that here, felt that obvious that, or the one that used it, felt it obvious that? I'll give you 5 seconds to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one that you should think is B. Yeah, so give a tick on this box. Alright, so now it's time for you to finish the rest of the numbers. 2, 3, 4, and 5. After that, move on to the second part. You need to complete the sentences with the words in the box. So you have clear, a compliment, difficult, a problem sad to the reader, and waste of time. So yeah, just complete the sentences with the correct word. Okay? So for example, in number 1, my mom considers it a pleasure to cook. She loves it. Okay, so please fill in the blanks from number 2 till number 8. After that, you need to answer the questions on part 3. Use that or to and the words in the brackets. Okay, so for example, like number 1. What did you consider interesting? The object it should use is hear what he had to say. So we turned or we answered this question by saying, I considered it interesting to hear what he had to say. We used considered here because this question, let me get my pencil. Okay, here. This question is in the form of past tense. Did you consider? So you need to use verb to as the main verb, okay? Alright, so please answer the rest of these questions from number 2 till number, is it only until 4? Oh, 8. Okay. After that, this is the last part that you have to do. You need to complete the text with the correct preparatory it as object structures using the words in brackets. For example, when I went to see the doctor yesterday, he, from thing necessary for me see, becomes he thought it necessary for me to see. Why we use thought? Because you can see here, it used verb to and the time expression is yesterday. So we need to change thing here into thought. Alright? So you need to fill in the rest of the blanks here. Okay? Alright, so that's all for today, everyone. Please write down your answers on your workbook and then capture the images of your answers and submit them through me to our WhatsApp group, and the deadline will be on Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.